All right. Hey, everybody. This is Doug from Hissy Fit Reptiles. Late night streaming. Seems like it's the only time I'm able to get any streaming done, so I can talk to you guys about this stuff. So, finally got a few things taken care of as far as getting the contest or the tournament thing up and going. So, a second here. All right. So, really easy. I actually trying to figure out. I was looking at all these different apps and all this different stuff, and here I was able to do it right on Patreon. I don't know why I didn't think about looking at Patreon in the first place. So I apologize for it taking so long for me to get this stuff. I finally got it figured out, and yeah. So basically, all you do is go to Patreon, look for the posts that so I'm able to use polls through Patreon. I was trying to find apps and stuff like that, or see if I can use Facebook, where you do a thumbs up means you vote for this one. If you do heart, it means you vote for this one. But it's just too complicated with all that kind of stuff. And I was hoping to find a voting thing. So I was on my website trying to find like a voting thing for that. Couldn't find anything. Finally, I don't know. I was on Patreon and I went to post something. I went to make a post on my computer. On my phone, I don't think I'm able to do that. Like I only have a few options for my phone. But on my computer, I'm able to make polls as an option for posting stuff. So, actually, the cat is he keeps on like trying to make a bunch of noise while everybody's trying to sleep here. So I have him in the bathroom right now where his litter box and stuff is, and I don't know if you guys can hear that or not, but he is like does not want to be in there, obviously. So, yeah, but he's noisy, I guess, whether he's in there or whether he's knocking toys and stuff around. So, anyways, back to um, this stuff here. He's just distracting me. That's all. Yeah, all you have to do is go on to the stuff that I post, the recent posts and stuff on Patreon, and you can go ahead and vote. Basically, what it is I made a picture that has like the verses thing. I don't know if I can. I wonder if I can make this so you guys can see my screen. I don't think I can. No, I don't think I can. Okay, I was gonna see if I can maybe make it so you guys can see my screen so I can show you. But basically, you go on Patreon, like I was mentioning before. You go on there and you go to whichever poll. So I have matchup number 1 and matchup number 2. So it's going to say Hissy Fit Madness matchup number 1, Hissy Fit Madness matchup number 2. Go into each one of those. Go ahead and vote. I'm not sure. It should only let you do it one time, so that way somebody's not just putting a whole bunch of votes. If it looks like people are putting in votes more than once somehow, and that's what ends up happening, I'll have to figure out something else. But I believe when you're logged in, you're only able to vote the one time. So, and that's what I'd like you guys to do. So please, be respectful for all the contestants in here and all the other people that are involved, and please only vote one time per matchup. So the first matchup is the Pastel Mystic Potion versus the Banana Pastel Possible Vanilla. So that you'll see in matchup number 1. And then matchup number 2 is the Firefly Enchi Calico 66% Possible Het Sunset versus the Lemon Blast Yellow Belly Desert Ghost. So this is just like when I had written the snakes down with everybody's name. If you go on hissyfitreptiles.com, now you can go to the Patreon section, scroll down until you get to the PDF file that you can download. Go ahead and download that, and it will have all the snakes listed. Previously, I had it where everybody's names were listed. Now I have it where all the snakes are listed. If you really absolutely want one of the people's names, just let me know, and I will send you a file with that, with people's names. But this is mainly for the snakes anyways, as far as what you're voting for. You're not voting for who has what snakes and stuff like that, and which ones. You're voting for one snake versus the other. So if you have any questions on anything, just shoot me an email, hissyfitreptiles@gmail.com. or you can also message me through Patreon Messenger, Facebook Messenger, Instagram Messenger. YouTube even has Messenger now, so if you want to email me through YouTube, so feel free. If you don't get a response from me, then try a different way to get a hold of me and let me know that you tried to get a hold of me previously, so that way I know to check something. With having a couple different YouTube accounts, sometimes I forget to check one or the other and stuff like that, because I'll have it on one, and because it's on this one, I don't get any notifications for anything else that happens in the other ones. So it's not, I don't get notifications until I switch over to that again, and I'll see all these notifications come through. So that's a good example of that one. But otherwise, typically like Facebook, because I have my business page and my personal page. My daughter's awake right now, so I'm happy to get going. But I will, if you have any questions, just get a hold of me, hisfavoritereptiles@gmail.com. Thanks for watching, and go ahead and vote on those. And voting will end on midnight Central Time on Friday night. And then Saturday morning, I think we're going to do 2 at a time. So the next 2 will be actually whoever wins, because these ones have to be determined before these matchups can be taking place. So what I'll probably do is once these are done, these people will move on to these ones. What I'll probably do is this matchup versus this matchup and this matchup, and then after a couple days or whatever, we'll do this matchup and this matchup. Depending on how soon you guys go ahead and vote and all that kind of stuff, we'll determine how long. I mean, if everybody's voted already and it's Thursday night, then I'll end it, because I can tell how many Patreon people there are and how many people voted and stuff like that. So if you're watching this video, because I did make this public, I didn't. My daughter doesn't tell me she's awake anymore. She must have just made a quick cry in the middle of the night. I'm making this video public, and as well as on Patreon, the post for this video is public as well. So if you're watching this, you're not a Patreon member, make sure you go ahead and join Patreon to get in even on the voting part, because only Patreon members can vote. So those polls are only visible to anybody who's a Patreon member. If you're not a Patreon member, you won't even see those polls. You won't be able to vote or anything like that. So as part of the exclusivity of being a Patreon member of Hissy Fit Reptiles on Patreon. So and thank you guys all for supporting me here on Patreon. Really appreciate it. Getting some really cool stuff going. Not sure if you guys are aware, but I have these really cool tiers. I don't really think that would be good to do now. Maybe 1 or 2 of them, but there's basically breeding projects that you can go in on me with. They're with my own snakes. You don't have to like send me anything or any snakes or anything like that or whatever, but it's a little bit higher amount per month. However, you're going to get basically your pick of whatever snake from that clutch. So if you want to go ahead and check on, go ahead and check out the different tiers, like the higher level tiers. And if you have any questions on any of those, let me know. But I have kind of like a recessive type thing, so a double recessive thing. I like my double het clown pied female being bred to my pastel double het clown pied. So if you pay whatever that's like the top tier, I believe. So if you do that tier, basically you're helping fund that project, even though they're my stinks. I know that sounds kind of weird, but basically by the time it's all said and done and the clutch hatches, you'll be able to pick whatever. I get first pick, I believe is how it is, and then you get the second pick. So like if I get 2 clown pieds, I get 1 and you get 1, and it'll be for considerably less than what they're going for. So the money that you put into it month by month by month is basically like a long-term payment plan without a actual technical guarantee of what we can be produced from the clutch. Obviously, I didn't produce any last year, so it's kind of a gamble. But at the same time, you're also you are going to be getting some stuff from it regardless. So even if you don't get like a certain thing that you want, you're still going to get something for it that will meet the value of what you've already paid. So I'm not going to be like, oh, that's too bad, you're screwed. different scenarios will happen. If the snakes don't lay, then we will go ahead and continue on the following year. Or you can pick from a different clutch or something like that. So you're going to get your fund if you put in like $500 worth of funding for if you're going on one of those tiers and you put $500 in there, and you're hoping to get like I don't know, uh, Firefly Clown or something like that. I'm just thinking of random snakes. I don't know if I can even make that. but but if you want a Firefly Clown, which are going for like $1,000 or whatever, you put in $500 worth of Patreon funds, and we only get like Firefly Het Clowns or something like that, or Fire Het Clowns and Pastel Het Clowns that are well under $500. Well, then you can maybe pick out like a pair of Pastel Het Clowns or whatever would equal out to the amount that you paid through your Patreon funding. So um, I'll go into more details of that. Actually, I don't have the stuff right in front of me, and I made those tiers a few months ago. Didn't really advertise or talk about it. Just really haven't had the time to go through everything. And even now with so much stuff going on, it's been hectic. I did definitely apologize for not getting these poll things out for you guys to vote on the stuff sooner for his Secret Madness thing. But yeah, with Easter and stuff like that, I ended up working what they call a dead man's double at my work. So it's like it's night shift, so it's 10 p.m. to 6 a.m. So that was Sunday night, and then Monday morning, 6 a.m. to 2 p.m. So I'm not sure if any of you guys have ever had to deal with any of that. If not, that's awesome because it sucks having to deal with the dead man's double. It's basically you are like dead tired by the time you get off of work. And yeah, I got home and basically all I wanted to do was sleep, and I didn't get anything done Monday. And then today was the first time I was able to get some stuff done, but I also had other errands to do after work. So, um, gosh, nobody's on right now, so there's no questions or anything. But if you do have questions, um, just again contact me, hisfavoritereptiles@gmail.com. And yeah, I'm gonna try getting more of these things in. I apologize for them being usually late at night. There's so much with me, my wife, and then 5 kids. It gets to be pretty hectic around here and stuff. So, um, and usually my wife wants some help with the little ones and stuff like that. So I don't want to take too much time away from spending time with them because it's the only time I got. They're sleeping. Once I go to sleep, then I can come hang out with you guys. So sorry if it's too late for somebody or someone. Maybe I'm gonna try getting different times in there if I can. So usually it'll be like later at night. Usually not this late. I was working on those pictures to put on for the thing because I made like a cool graphic for the verses, like the snake versus this snake, round, matchup number one or round number one or whatever I put, and then the names of the stuff on there. And I'm figuring out this whole poll thing, so it did take me a little bit longer this time. So, um, but yeah, I guess I usually either ramble, so I'll try not to ramble. And again, hastyfavoritereptiles@gmail.com. Message me through Patreon. Message me through Facebook Messenger, um, Instagram Messenger. Those are usually the best ways. YouTube, just because I'm not. I know like on this channel, sometimes it's hard for me to see if anybody's messaged me or whatnot. So looks like we have one person that joined. I kind of do a somewhat of a chat with this person if they want to. See if they don't message. I think yeah, let me know you're on. If you're on, if someone here's on, it says one up on the thing here, but I don't know what some of this stuff means. Pop up chat. Oh, got it. All right. So, anyways, I was just trying to see if what options I have on this thing. I haven't used this a whole lot, but I do want to use the Hangouts thing, and I would like to get you guys a couple people in there, even if it's just 1 or 2 people, to do the Hangouts thing. We'll kind of give it a whirl. I am off all weekend, and I have an unboxing next week that is really exciting. So, you guys are Pretty much the only ones that know about it, except for like a few really close friends that I talk to on like a really regular basis. But as far as like YouTube people or anything like that, nobody knows about this stuff. But you guys will. So, and then I will let you guys know the future stuff of Hasty Favorite Reptiles and some really exciting pairings that I have planned for the next season, as well as ones that I've kind of revamped for this season. So should have 8 clutches total this season. Well, the first clutch was the red stripe het clown clutch, and those are all gone except for the one I'm keeping. To be honest, the stuff's been moving really fast. So if you guys are interested in anything that I have, just let me know. I don't know. I don't think it's because I'm a big name or people know who I am all of a sudden or anything like that. But I have been producing some nicer stuff than I have been the previous years. So if you're interested in anything, as soon as you see it, let me know, because I do work payment plan stuff too. So if you don't have like $1,000 to buy something, let me know. Plus, because you guys are Patreon supporters, you guys do get 10% off currently, unless we get like way more people all of a sudden join Patreon and I'm making a lot more money with it. Then you guys are gonna get even bigger rewards, probably like 15, even up to 20% off anything you buy from me ever. So the more people that join Patreon, the more funds that I'm able to make on a monthly basis, the less I'll be asking for my snakes, or from you guys anyways, because you guys are helping me out, so I want to help you guys out. And I'm not going to just be producing like pastels and bumblebees and normals and stuff like that. Actually, I have very few chances of producing regular normals. If I produce normals, it's because they're het for something or double het for something. So yeah, really exciting stuff coming down the pipeline here. I'll update you guys as soon as I can with that stuff. In the meantime, go ahead and vote on this stuff, and I'm gonna get going to bed here. I gotta get up in the morning. It's like 2 in the morning right now, and somewhere around 2 in the morning. And I gotta get up 1:30, 1:35, and I gotta get up at like 4:30, 5 o'clock, something like that. So got a few hours of sleep to get. You guys have a good night. Thanks for watching, and happy voting. Good luck to the people that are involved in the with your snakes, with the snakes that are representing you for your part of the tournament. So good luck on round number 1 and round number 2 for you guys that are on those, and have fun with this whole thing. And if you have any suggestions to make it better, let me know. Have a good night.